CYL is officially upon us. Hello there. So let's see. I know the banner's already out and all that jazz, but I still wanted to react to the FEH channel directly, so.
Hello, Summers.
Wait, what the? Why is it French?
As per usual, I, Faye, have gathered all sorts of exciting news for you. Let's get started with our special Choose Your Legends edition of FEH Channel.
That was fast. All right, chicken, what do you got?
First up, ta-da!
CYL 9,
the heroes
baby.
you selected in Choose Your Legends Round 9 are finally here, all dressed up in their Choose Your Legends outfits.
Let's meet them.
Let's get right to the introductions.
Let's do it.
This is the uniform my students wear.
Oh, they were this. Okay.
It's the runner-up from the men's division.
They didn't do the Sophie's outfit. Interesting. And
He
sort of
served as a
creator.
professor at Garrick Mock and is here looking slick. Do you suppose this might be an officer's academy uniform?
Well, he directly said it.
Matching cape and hat, this smart look emphasizes Violet's self-assured gallantry. Alongside his allies, Violet will learn, grow, and cut a path to the future. His A skill, Professor's Guidance,
Oh, God.
greatly increases his stats during combat and allows him to activate Potent Follow.
Okay.
Ever the teacher, he grants a beneficial status, itself called Professor's Guidance, to his allies.
Well then.
Heroes who have been granted this status can gain twice as much SP from combat, and their special cooldown counts are reduced after combat.
Okay, so time
His
pulse.
B skill, Null Sea Avoid, reduces the damage of area of effect specials by 80%.
Okay, you're gonna be seeing
It
this
also
everywhere.
reduces the damage taken in combat by 20% of the unit speed. And
Okay, he has
deals
attack
a
speed,
huge amount
Faith.
of damage based on the difference between
Gus.
the unit speed and the opponent's speed. Violet's
Sublime
weapon
Creator.
skill
Okay,
is
I knew
Sublime
this.
Creator. This powerful sword allows him to counterattack at a distance and greatly increases the damage he deals.
But I was right about
based
sword
on how many
infantry.
positive
Or I was
stats
right about
effects
him
he's
using a
been
sword.
granted. On top of that, it makes even distant allies stronger during combat. Also, this weapon's most
Style?
significant characteristic is its style, Sublime Heaven. Use it, and Byleth can attack foes who are 3 spaces away. And before the first attack, it even reduces his special cooldown count. He can release a powerful special attack at foes 3 spaces ahead, starting from the first turn of the battle. I'd expect no less of the professor.
Interesting, okay.
We gods of Asgarther.
I was right!
And justice above all else.
I was right. She is using the bow.
Presenting the runner-up from the women's division, Baldur.
She is-
possesses the poise worthy of one called the Celestial Sun God. Ready
That
to
is an
lead
outfit
the
based on her
world down
sister.
a
I was
victory
right.
path. I feel like I'm getting a little dazzled by her divine presence.
All right,
Is
what
it
color?
just me? Or does that weapon look like the one Hother carries?
Yep.
Her clothes make me think of Hother's too. These sisters are so close.
Okay, what do we got?
Baldur cleverly
Blue Archer. I
uses
knew it.
the
I knew it. 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 I knew it.
to obliterate foes. She inflicts Triangle Adept and Exposure on the foes closest to her
Okay,
using
so
her
this is a
A
new-
skill, Heaven's Stead. Then, if she has Weapon Triangle Advantage, or if her foe has been inflicted with Exposure, she can attack twice in combat.
Task.
Baldur's weapon skill is Truth Seeker.
Okay, she has speed,
At the
Tigger,
start
deadly
of the turn,
miasma.
It can increase her movement and grant a special cooldown charge +1 per attack effect
And +1
to
movement.
herself and allies.
To now.
Its most significant characteristic is its style. If she
Okay.
changes it, how her weapon's damage is calculated in the weapon triangle changes from
Okay, so
good
she
to
has
green.
very emphasis
If
on
she uses her
those
style to its
abilities.
fullest, she can fight with an advantage over both red and blue foes all on her own.
Interesting.
Her special skill, Arch Rival, is not to be ignored. If she has Weapon Triangle Advantage against her foe, her special cooldown count will be reduced significantly before her first attack, and she will set her opponent's special cooldown count back. Take advantage of the Weapon Triangle to blast through battles.
The question is that for an archer?
鍛え上げれば強くなる。
肉体も精神も
Okay, egg veneer.
Finally, here's the winner of the men's division, Eiktherneer. Dressed like that, he puts me in mind of his father, Larather.
I knew it. Okay, then we're gonna do
He
that.
cares deeply and trains hard as a member of the Healing Hands, so he can protect what matters most. I find myself entranced by his dedication and his muscles. He has spent
That is the fake
years
community in a
forging
nutshell
his
right there when I
physique
saw him.
and puts it to use to protect his allies. His weapon skill,
Oh, is
tempered
he in
antler,
armor?
prevents foes from warping and getting close.
He's in armor.
Also boosts his and his allies'
Okay,
bonuses,
so armor
and
instead
can
of
grant a status
range,
that
and he's
nullifies
colorless.
those
Okay,
bonuses.
I was wrong about that.
His C skill, attack defense Briar physical save, triggers savior against physical attacks, regardless of his foe's range. It also
Okay.
reduces the damage he takes from the first attack in combat, and he retaliates based on the strength of the foe's attack. His
Interesting.
special, Mighty Roar, grants allies a savior effect against magical attacks. And of course, it is exceptionally destructive as a special, too. His physical and magical protection will be critical for any army that wants to bench press its foes.
Okay.
Watch as your Sharena shines brighter than ever.
There she is.
Time to introduce the
Yup,
winner of
I
the
was
women's
right.
division, Sharena. Here she is, donning an outfit that's the absolute image of her mother Henriette's.
That is gorgeous.
Oh,
And same
Sharena,
artist.
Don't be nervous about the win. Anyone can see your ladylike charm. And if not, your bright, optimistic attitude will win them over. She's shining brighter than ever. I can't keep my eyes off her. Sharena's abilities are...
Range cav.
Well, let's see. So, if the enemy has negative status effects, then a lot of good things happen for Sharena and her allies.
Oh.
Got it. Foes become very weak. That's right. Allies become very strong.
Okay.
It all means that Sharena can dish out a ton of damage.
Okay.
But this is what really makes Sharena one of a kind. Her additional action effects.
What the
Starts
heck?
with her C skill, just like Mother. After she has taken her action, if allies engage in combat within
Okay, so
3
she has
spaces
bright
of her,
Sharena's effect,
she can
basically.
take another action. On top of that, thanks to her tome, Gladspoke, allies who end combat within 3 spaces of Sharena can also take another action.
Damn. Okay.
Use those extra actions well and battle your way across the map with your allies. I hope you got to know your winners well. These victorious heroes from Choose Your Legends Round 9 will appear in the new Hero Summoning event, Shining Resolve.
Okay.
As usual, you can choose to receive one of these 4 focus heroes after summoning 40 times. Up to 4 times.
Standard CYL. Free summon event, of course.
That's not all, of course. There will also be a free summoning event where you can summon a 5-star hero
Okay,
of
I
your
don't idea who to
choice.
choose.
Faye! How can I choose just one?
Yeah, thank you
The
for...
Turn of Fate free summoning event, featuring heroes from Choose Your Legends Round 7, will end on August 31st. Don't forget about this free summon! And for the Grand Hero Battle this
Oh, that's
time...
Bruno!
I have no name with which to introduce myself to you. Pay me no mind.
Bruno, that mysterious warrior from Fire Emblem Heroes, will appear.
Finally!
This Bruno has come to our world from another one, but he seems just like the Bruno we know. Compassionate and concerned for his sister Veronica and the curse she suffers. Not only is he great at handling a tome, it sounds like he also taught Sharena to wield a spear back in his world. Check the screen now to see when you can take on the Grand Hero Battle against Bruno,
Okay.
Masked Knight. Sharena shines in the top spot of Choose Your Legends, following in the footsteps of Big Brother Alphonse. As a member of the Order of Heroes, I'm so proud of her. Here's some more news.
Okay.
Starting August 15th,
Dragonflower
you'll be able
increase,
to power
yep.
up your heroes more times with dragon flowers, as you can see here. Also, for the forging bonds staged during the period shown on screen, you'll be able to get 1,000 of each type of dragon flower.
Okay.
A total of 4,000.
Standard stuff.
Power up your favorite heroes with this bounty.
Standard stuff, okay. And that's the end.
Faye, what did you think of this special Choose Your Legends Faye channel? I love making up teams of my favorite CYL heroes. Problem is, it's so hard to choose who to use, isn't it? But it brightens your day to see them there. Faye, you're all here. Oh, what's that? Wow! It sounds like Sharena and the CYL9 crew are going to solve problems for the other heroes on X. It's called Simple Problems, Heroic Solutions, and it's available today. Check out our official X account for the details. Now then. Who we all are waiting for today?
And she's asleep. Okay, let's go over everything we know about our CYL champions here. So first off, we have Male Byleth. And if you guys have watched my free summon ticket video at the end, I went on a little rant about what I think the CYL winners, like, color would be. And I was right on Byleth and Balder. I swapped Eggfenir and Sharena because I'm like, there's no way they're going to make him a freaking colorless again. Nope. Wrong about that. But, actually, I'm going to switch over to the trailer because I think that will be much better at giving information for us. So I'll be right back. All right. We got the trailer up. Let's go and see our winners here. So first off, we have Brave Male Byleth. Now, this seems to be more in line with the Officers Academy version of him because of the fact that his hair is green. And normally his hair is like a mint color. But anyways, he is the sword infantry unit. So are we going to have another Brave Felix situation on our hands? That's the question. But, so he is in the Male School Academy getup from the Free Houses, which is part of the DLC. And I'm surprised that they went with this instead of doing the same avatar shtick. For those who don't know, last year we had Brave Female Robin, who had the same outfit as her male counterpart. So I was thinking going into this, they were going to do the Sophist getup for Male Byleth. But instead, they went with this. Or I thought they were going to do something with Gerald, but I don't know. I did have a hunch they were going to use the Sword of Creator, which is kind of weird considering this is a Sublime Sword of Creator, and he has the green or the teal hair color, which is a little bit off canon, perhaps. Maybe when we hear the voice lines, it'll make more sense. So he's voiced by Zach Aguilar and drawn by Mibaru, and is our sword infantry unit. Whoa, brightness! Calm down, please. Thank you. Okay. Sorry about that. The brightness on the computer is so bright, it's not even funny. Anyways. Sublime Creator. So, Sublime Creator sword, basically. Excel Sister trigger cooldown cap -1 and has this encounter. For allies within 3 hours per column center on unit, grants bonus to everything. Excuse me. You try to set penalties on the ally, and when ally deals damage, heals 7 HP. If units within 3 systems of an ally, grants bonus to everything equal to number of allies from 3 hours per columns times 3 plus 5 max 14. He neutralizes penalties. He deals plus X times 5 damage and reduces damage from X times 3. X equal to number of bonus effects acting on unit and foe, excluding stat bonuses, times 5. And he heals 7 HP. And he allows the following style, which is the Sublime Heaven style, which we saw in the trailer. But we're going to go over it again here. Alright. Now let's move on to this. Professor's Guidance. At the start of turn at NBA phase, except in summoner duels, if units superior to ally grants Professor's Guidance, null follow-up to units with values or free spaces for 1 turn, and also maximum cooldown time pulse. Which Professor Guidance is gives times 2 SP, so SP grinder, which is going to be helpful as all hell. Believe me, grinding up SP in FEH is a pain in the freaking ass. Do you not believe me? Trust me, it's all over the place. Grants bonus to everything equal to unit during combat. And any percent DR skill, it'll find that can be triggered only once per combat, and use skill that go to over twice per combat. From engagement grant. Okay, so he neutralizes any percent DR ability and -1 cooldown after combat. For everything else in this skill, if you use an increased personality, grants +9 everything, true damage by 7, flat DR by the same amount, 50% DR piercing, and also increased speed difference, and allows him to trigger 100% follow-up attacks. Okay. And finally we have Null Sea Avoid, which is Null Sea Destruct, but it looks like it has Phantom Speed, 80% DR against AoEs, -4 attack speed on foe, damage equal to the difference between speed stats +5, max 15. And if the unit is created post, retreats at 0. Speed difference at 0 if the unit speed is less than foe's speed. So if he's slower, then it automatically is like no. Reduce damage from foes' attacks by 20% of the speed, and full the Null Sea effect. So this is probably only going to be available on melee units, if I'm going to be guessing. But, and he also has attack at speed 5, so that skill is already back. Alright. Finally, let's go over his style, if my brightness will decide to cooperate. I really should just turn off my light in my room. Maybe I'll do that, I don't know. Okay. Sublime Heaven style. You can attack a free spaces away. Grants -1 cooldown before the unit's first attacks. Also, if a foe uses beast during an beast damage, he deals 20% damage equal to 20% of his attack. He cannot move free spaces of foes that have triggered the bulwark effect. Does not apply if he has pass skill. Unit suffers counterattack from foes because performers 1 or okay, after combat, movement effects do not occur. Skill range is treated as one style. The style cannot be used for turns. Okay, so as a cooldown, that's a good balancing mechanic. And also, it looks like it has after combat effects do not trigger. So, if going up based on the other styles in the game, it probably still works with Kanto, so Sacred Rings could probably be a crazy thing on him if you're going for player phase. But he seems to be a good mixed phase Sword of Virginia, and also if we scroll a little bit. He has a good balanced stat spread. He has probably like 46 speed, if I'm going to be guessing, because I believe this gives him attack speed gives him like +6 attack and speed. Let me check. +6 attack and speed, yes. So he has probably, if I were to guess, 41 HP, 46 speed. Okay, he has probably the high defense focused Sword of Virtue stat spread, but his rest is a little bit on the E side. But let's move on to the unit who probably caught a lot of attention, Balder. Now, I'm going to say this from personal experience. I actually really like Balder. I honestly thought, her design is one of my favorites in the entire game. And for OCs, believe me, it's up there. Despite being the whole big tit in your face kind of design. But I don't care, it's awesome. And her character, I also thought she was going to be like the very very heavy on her beliefs, and she still is, but based on the events of the story, she looks like she's like changing her opinion a little bit. But anyways, Balder's here, and she's a blue flying archer this time, same as her sister, voiced by Sam Slade and drawn by Mayami Okada. And can I just say, I love this getup. It's so good. Balder in general just has some of my favorite character designs in the entire game. Alright. Now, the question is this going to be inheritable to just her or archers? That's the question. Anyways, in any case, it's probably better on colored archers than colorless ones. Troop Seeker. Acceleration, cooling count -1. She gets IO shield, but is effective against flyers. At the start of turn, if he's been 2 personality, she can move 1 extra space. At the start of player phase or enemy phase, units been 2 personality grants % DR piercing skills by 50%, so 50% DR piercing and perfect cooldown. Infinity this combination of 2 personality grants bonus to everything equal to the number of allies of heroes recall center unit times 5, max 14. True damage times 5, X times 5, max 25. X equals the number of bonus effects X on foe plus number of friendly effects on foe. She gets flat DR by Y, which reduces damage from post specials by an additional Y as well. Y equals to 20% for speed, otherwise it's 50%. If she has a weapon triangle disadvantage, it's Y is 20, otherwise speed is 50, and she gets no guard. Oh my god, that was a freaking mouthful. I need a sip of my lemonade here. Much better. Okay. Now we have Arch Rival. Or you can say Arch Rival. That's such a stupid pun. Ugh. Okay. 5 colon count special. But special triggers boost damage by X% on the greatest of foe's attack. If she has triangle advantage, it's 80, otherwise it's 70. Flat DR. Looks like she has the 40% flat DR for first attacks, including brave hits. She inflicts guard on the foe. And also, she has a weapon triangle advantage, grants special cooldown 2 on unit, and inflicts special cooldown plus 2. Okay, so this is very heavy emphasis on weapon triangle advantage. And also, her weapon allows green style for triangle shenanigans. So she's all about the weapon triangle. But she has Speed Taker and Deadly Miasma, great combo. Heaven's Stead enables Kanto remaining 1. At the start of turn, inflicts intuitive ally. Inflicts triangle adept and exposure on closest foes within 2 spaces of foes for next actions. If she initiates 2 spaces ally, plus 9 all stats. 7 damage and flat DR. And full level up effects. And if they have exposure on the foe, she gets, or if she has weapon triangle advantage, she attacks twice. Okay. So she's very triangle focused. I don't think we really have a unit in Fae who really uses the weapon triangle. And obviously, if the brightness on my computer on this will freaking function for once. I'm gonna have to like zoom in order for you guys to see it. There we go. God. Okay, I really just need to set my phone here when I'm doing this kind of shit. Whatever. Oh, pardon my French. It basically allows her to just switch to being a green on the spot, and it doesn't have a cooldown. So basically, what the whole shtick is, I'm just gonna turn on my brightness. This is getting too much. When I'm doing these kind of reads. She basically doesn't really care about the triangle. But let's see her combat animation again.
So be it.
Yeah, look at that. Just pew. And finally, next up we have the Brave unit that pretty much everyone's been talking about. Brave Egg Veneer, and that art is so good. I love the inspiration they took from the offer. That's something I didn't see coming. I mean, I kind of did, but that's awesome. And obviously, it still has its Japanese voice actor. But I have many videos on discussing things, but I'm not the person to be explaining why. There are plenty of videos on that for not just him, but for other voice actors. But let's get off topic here. Let's get back on topic here, because we're here to discuss these Brave units, not go on some tangent. So, Brave Egg Veneer is a colorless armored beast, which is interesting because every single other of his other alts have been Cavaliers. His Japanese voice actor is Takuchi Shunsuki, and drawn by Nishiki Areku. Now, Nishiki always kills it, so I'm not surprised. That muscle dude was so good. I get the feeling that he's going to borrow a lot of effects from his other healing hands. Okay, he has Swap Gullet. So basically he has the same version of Superstition Gullet that we have seen. So Mighty War is probably his new exclusive special, because it looks like he has stuff. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh.
Stay away.
Alright, let's see what he can do. Let me turn on the brightness here so we can actually read this. Okay. And you guys can actually read this along with me. Whoa, that is a paragraph. Okay. Tempered Antler. It accelerates the sugar cooldown count. Has Bulwark built in. At the start, player phase or enemy phase. If used in 2 spaces, it grants +6 attack advantage, fringe bonus, neutralize penalties, and null panic. Fringe bonus is grants bonus to everything during combat equal to the number of highest bonuses in between allies in 2 spaces in return. And he has a standard double bonus doubler effect that we've seen on pretty much all his other iterations. And finally, if he's from free space only, grants bonus to everything but speed equal to 20% of his defense during combat +5. He deals +X as true damage, X and neutralizes reduce damage from foes' attacks by 50% of X, and he reduces additional X, 50% of X when special triggers. With X equal to total number, highest number of total bonuses on allies versus a unit. And at the start of turn, obviously, since he's armored, he gets this encounter. I love that there's just this entire paragraph just for his weapon alone, which is absolutely nuts. This is the first time we have 3 different pages. Damn. Okay, so he has Swap Gallet, which we know what that is. Swap up a Canto. Alright. Okay. What the frick is going on with my... Oh, whatever. Okay, so Mighty Roar boosts his damage by 60% of his defense stat. At the start of player phase, ordinary range one's +6 res, magic twins with the target allies when 2 spaces unit for one turn. If support partners on the team, or targets the support partner, authorize the team with the highest res at the start of battle. So you get it at the start of battle. Okay, so basically, if does not trigger with savior effects other than the physical. Okay, so he wants to run the new physical save skill. This damage from foes attacks by 40%. Grants special cooldown count X divided by 12, rounded down to unit before first attack. X equal to highest number of total battles of unit. Also, if he has higher defense, he stops attack priority. Okay, so he is built to do tanking, because this essentially is kind of like a version of Assigned Decoy, but it's purely for magical units. And if I can scroll to where it says that. Peace save, basically that means his new inheritable savior ability. Which is, meaning if a sword, axe, lance, bow, or dagger, or beast foe initiates combat, it triggers savior. If foe uses those same abilities, +4 attack and defense, disables foes' those abilities. Okay, so it has neutralizes adapted damage, flat DR by 5, and next attack deals more damage. Okay, so it's standard Blar shenanigans, no style here, but he's built as a mixed phase armor. Punches in the face. His English voice actor, when he comes back to voice him, he is going to have a lot of work.
You left me no choice.
So like right here, she has potent normally, and Alm has like a desperation effect. So he stops that because his defense is higher. He might be the one I choose. But obviously, we still have one more unit to go. And that's, of course, Brave Sharina.
I want to become a strong and beautiful woman, capable of protecting everyone, just like my mother.
Okay, so I knew that she was going to have a Henriette's getup to match Alphonse. She's a Green Mage Cavalier voiced by Julie Magdalena and drawn by Niji Hayashi. Same artist who did Brave Alphonse, obviously the top tier art. And I believe the name changes due to marriage? I could be wrong. I'm no expert in most of these lives, but still, I'm pretty sure it's the same voice actors who did all of our other alts, so we're going to move on from that.
That's right.
Alright, here we go. Now let's read this weapon in more detail without just going skip, 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 skip. We all know that her gimmick is cooldown mechanics, so let's see what we got here. Glass of Bulk. It accelerates Mr. Trigger cooldown count. If you initiate combat with free switch and ally, grants bonus to attack and speed equal to 20% for speed stat, plus 6. She deals plus X times 5 true damage, max 25. Excuse me. Effects equal number of bonus effects active on unit, plus number of penalties active on foe. Full no follow-up. Stores some HP after combat, and she has the same 100% potent follow-up effect. Okay. If an ally is reduced to the unit, grants another action to that ally, of course. Grants another action to that ally after combat. Skill belonging to that action, kill first. Okay, so it's a same ability. So it's basically an ability that gives allies other actions. So she's, as we all know, with Bride Sharena, she was all about extra action shenanigans, and this is going to be probably like an amp up version of her, but ranged. And she has attack speed Aria, which if she initiates combat, her personality grants bonus to every attack and speed equal to unit's maximum quote-unquote count plus 7. During combat, also deals damage equal to unit's maximum cooldown count times X. Every effect specials, excluding every effect, if she attacks twice, effect it's free, otherwise it's times 5. Okay, and she has Magic Light as well. Bringing that into the normal pool finally. Okay, and then we have these skills now. Attack Speed Shackle. At the start of turn, if unit acts, after unit acts, if Kanto triggers after Kanto, inflicts Speed Shackle and Red Shackle on closest foes within 2 system foes. Inflicts -4 speed in rest on foe and deals number damage equal to the number of penalties active on foe. Student starts penalties times 2 plus 7. Speed Shackle inflicts a penalty. So inflicts a penalty on that stat equal to the number of penalties of active on that unit plus 4, max 8. Okay. And finally, we have Just Like Mother. Enables Kanto distance max free. At the start of player phase or enemy phase, grants Creation Pulse and Empathy to allies with free space of unit. If you initiates combat to increase with an ally, grants plus 5 attack and speed. She deals damage equals plus 7 damage. Miracle. And she gets a miracle. Out of combat miracle, that is. After unit acts, if you use space an ally, initiates combat, grants another action to unit. So basically, if an ally does so you want to have her attack first. Then she refreshes her action and the ally's action. So basically, she's all about aggressive play. So you want her to be an initiator first. So you want her to be your first initiative on a line. So like, for example, let's say I'm running her with Brave Baldur. Why not? So you have Sharena attack first, get the kill, and get back. Have Baldur in the correct vicinity to attack, and then she gets another action as well. Oh god, this is going to be so annoying. This is going to be so deadly on ARD. It's not going to be funny. So, follow-up specified part of fire. And I'm just going to play this.
I'm a noble lady now.
And she retreats. Debuffs.
I will try.
And Broom goes in, attacks Sonya.
I have no choice.
And acts again, thanks to Sharena's ability. And of course, we're facing against Vengeance Chick over here. So, this banner, as to be expected of the CYL banner, is crazy good. But the question is, who are you going to pick? That's the ultimate question that everyone asks every CYL. I'm personally torn between Aikvanir and Sharena. Because Belith and Baldur are good, but the thing is, the issue I'm going to have is that they don't offer, like, unique abilities aside from their styles. Serena and Inkfinite on her hand seem very strong. But I am honestly, I'm just torn between the two. I need to look up more details on and choose my choice later. It's another case like last year where I had a difficult time choosing between two. I always have that decision when it comes to these. I always am like stuck between two, because I'm torn between like, do I want the unit I'm most loyal to? In this case, I'm not really loyal to anybody, so both of my decisions are going to be purely based on combat and not by personal bias, because that's been my main shtick over the last few years. Like, CYL, like, CYL 4, I chose Dimitri because I absolutely adore Dimitri. CYL 5, I chose Marianne. I freaking love Marianne. CYL 6, I choose Brave Female Byleth because that's the one I chose based on how I like, even though Krav was a very close second. For CYL 7, I went with Brave Female Corin because I love Corin. And then for CYL 8, that was probably the most difficult decision because I had two of my ultimate husbandos on the list, Alphonse and Felix. So I had to pick, which is what I did is I basically went over to the Spark and I chose one there and then chose the other. So I can technically get Baldur and Sharina, or not Baldur and Sharina, Inkfinite and Sharina by doing that, but choosing someone from the free summon is going to be a little bit more difficult than I think a lot of people are going to be realizing. I know a lot of people have said Arms for the Elk though, so I'm personally going to probably do a little bit more research, but anyways, I hope you enjoy watching my Fate channel reaction and reaction to all the new units that are going on this banner, and I wish you the very, very best of luck on your summons, and hopefully get all the winners that you desire. So anyways, bye!